What is up, guys? It's your boy Tensei Kwam here, back with another Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers video. And today we're going to be going over the attacking healer build that I created for the survival exercise. And I also will be going over the things that you could change to make it viable for working with a teammate if you prefer to do that instead. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. And you already know, let's get it.
Stop me now, bitch!
Alright guys, so we are back inside the wonderful area of creation. So obviously you need your role type to be set to heal. And for the weapon, it doesn't necessarily matter. I used the ninja sword for the wonderful, looking of it, to have it on my back with my outfit. I wanted it to match the outfit, because you're mostly just going to be using your abilities while fighting. You could use whatever you find more useful, which is the blade, frying pan for some people, and the list just goes on. But I'm going to be using the ninja sword because it looks better on my character, and plus, I'm not going to be up in their face too much. You want to be playing this healing build like it's a ranged build. So for the tools, I went with the scientific ninja tool, wind release bullet. And I'm going to be honest with you, with the attack build, I probably should have just stuck to that paralyzing kunai instead of using this, because it's hard to open people up. But when you're playing with this, using it as a ranged ability, it's 100% worth it. You can just spam it and it'll work perfectly fine, and you'll be able to do a lot of damage. Alright, so going to the costumes now. So, first thing first, for the costume, we're going to be using the same Anabu top to make it do more damage, so that will boost the damage of our ability that we use for damaging. We want to do this so that way, we can actually get some strong damage off. We are hurting people and sealing their jutsu. And the reason why I chose instead of the healing one is because we're not going to be healing ourselves too much, because like I said, we're going to be in the background. If we have to heal each other, we're going to have the healing ability in the background. So for the pants, I went with the shortest ninjutsu cooldown time, just in case I have to pop a heal and heal myself multiple times in a row because someone's riding my jock, which may or may not happen. It depends. People are smart, sometimes people are dumb. And then for the accessory that we went with, I went ahead and made a new one with the Death God mask, and this one reduces my ninjutsu cooldown when my health drops low. So not only do I automatically get a lower health, a lower ninjutsu. Okay, thanks, Ray. Anyway, not only do I get that wonderful ninjutsu cooldown on my pants, but when I get lower, it comes back even faster, and I'm able to heal myself, which is going to be very useful. So on to the ninjutsu. So something that kind of confused me when it came to looking at jutsus and so forth is that some of them do the same damage as attack, and it kind of baffles me. Like the Crimson Drizzle, Heavy Boulder Jutsu. I'm confused how that even does damage. But hey man, Shadow Possession Jutsu, same thing. I'm confused how it even does damage. But we're going to be using the 8-track drums Air Palm, and we use this shirt so that way it's up to a 2-bar, and that way we're able to do damage with it the way how we want to. It's going to be like a regular attack move that's not buffed, so that's good enough. We're going to be using the Air Palms, and we want this because not only does it have great tracking, but it seals their jutsus and it does damage. So even if you have to get in their face, they're not going to be able to do some crazy combo with their jutsu. So that's why we picked this move. Next thing on the healing ability, this could be different depending on whatever you prefer. I'm using Palm Sage Jutsu because that comes back the quickest out of all of them, I'm pretty sure. But if you feel brave enough, you could possibly go with the Cellular Extraction Jutsu. And to be honest with you, I like it. It's 17 seconds cooldown. That's a really long time while you're fighting, and that's kind of dangerous. Or you could go with the Cellular Activation Jutsu with the bigger job, but when you pop this, you're constantly healing and you don't have to worry about it. So, and you also get a increase to their ninjutsu resistance, which is pretty good. But like I said, that's an iffy one. It depends, to be honest with you. I feel more comfortable with the Palm Sage, but like I said, that also works as well. I'll play with both. You guys see it in the first round, probably with Cellular Activation, and in the second round I use the Palm Sage, so that way you guys can decide. But like I said, I feel more comfortable with the Palm, but Cellular Activation definitely does work in this scenario too. So for my substitution, once more I went with the Clay Clone, because like I said, Clay Clone gang, we out here. I like this. I guess if you just really wanted to use another type of jutsu, I would probably suggest either maybe the water clone, maybe the bird clone, and maybe the paper clone. Those four are possibly the maybes out of that. Because like I said, clay clone, that does that nice damage amount, and you know, it can explode. But these can, one can seal jutsu while the other one's weaken them, so you can do more damage. So like I said, that one's up to you guys. You guys have to be able to, you know, pick apart and make your own builds out of your own. But I suggest using the clay clone. The clay clone is one of my favorites. So for the secret technique, I'm gonna be using the Uchiha Shuriken Jutsu Spring Storm. And I'm probably going to get a very strange comment about this, but the reason why I use it is because it heals me and it does massive amount of damage. So if someone's riding my dick, I can just toss it out, mess them up, they die, or almost die, and I can air palm them and kill them, and bam, we straight. I have full health again, and we're cool. Another jutsu that you could use if you just really want to is the Gentle Step Twin Lying Fist. This stops people from... This ability is pretty nice too. I'm being honest with you. This one does a lot of good damage, and it seals the secret technique gouges, and they won't be able to use their ultimate anytime soon. So that is definitely useful, and it's really good for pushing people off of you as well. But for now, we're going with the Uchiha Shuriken Jutsu. So that's going to be this build overall. I have it on the screen for a little bit as I talk for a little bit. I'll be showing you the different variants for it as we play through. I put the cellular activation in the Palm Sage. Those two are very useful. And before we hop in the match, I'll show you guys what the PvP when you have friends look like. Alright, so here is the second build. This is for when you're fighting with friends and you need backup. So basically, what I decided to do here, I went with the healing class, obviously, and then we went with the weapon again. That's the sword, because you're not necessarily supposed to be doing damage. You're here to be helping your teammates. And I went with the scientific ninja tool wind release bullets, so that way you can protect yourself again. So the thing different here is that I used the youth striker top, which automatically comes with the master of medicine, and it looks nice, so that way I can basically heal people faster, and it's nice, and I do a whole lot more. And I don't know why I have this on the pants. I meant to have the Boruto bottoms. You could have the Ambu outfit, so that way you can run over to your friends faster, but I would suggest the Boruto bottoms because they shorten cooldown time. And once more, I went with the Death Reaper God's mask because when I get low on health, I can reduce that cooldown on the ninjutsu. So for the ninjutsu with this one, we went with a trigram air palm again. And we went with Palm Sage hands down on this one because it's the quickest heal and probably one of the better heals, especially the fact that it heals more now with this top. And I went with substitution with Clone Jutsu again. Once more, like I said, you could go for the paper, bird, or water. Those three would make sense. And for the ultimate, we went with the Feather Illusion. I use the Feather Illusion technique not to drop people off the edges, but let's say we're playing Capture the Flag or something and someone's being an annoying defense or something, sleep them, let my teammate grab the flag, they're out running, and by the time that person wakes up, they have to deal with me, number one, and my teammate should be good and well halfway across the map. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some matches. I'm only going to be showing the survival exercise build because, like I said, that's a pain in the butt, but I know people are going to be asking about the build for friends. But for now, this is just going to be the build I'm going to be playing with, the Power in Spades build, and I'll see you guys out there on the field. Peace.
It's musicality on the track.
Alright, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in and watching today. Today was a pretty cool episode showing off the combat medic. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you hit that like button in the bottom hand, and if you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button to see more content like this. I'll be posting out a lot more builds. Like I said, this whole channel is going to be based around multiple games, but I will be posting builds for Shinobi Strikers as updates come out. Zabuza for season 2 is going to be really cool, so I'm going to be looking out for that as well for you guys. And like I said, you know, if you enjoyed this content and you wanted to see more and you want to see some more featured videos by me, please make sure you subscribe. And if you want to watch any more videos, just stick around to the ending segment and I'll have a couple videos and a link for you. Peace.